Hey guys, I wanted to do an ichthyosis Q&A today. Sorry for the wet hair. It has not dried all the way. So I've had a lot of people ask me, like, what is ichthyosis? I've never heard of it, all that kind of stuff. So I do have notes right here, so I'm going to look down a lot. What is ichthyosis? It's a family of rare genetic skin disorders with dry, thickened, and scaly skin. That's the vaguest response that I can give you without going down into each category, which I can do if y'all would like. Is it contagious? No, absolutely not. You can hold our hand, you can hug us, you can do whatever. Our skin does feel different, but we are not contagious. It is genetic. There are more than 20 types. 95% of cases is what's called Ichthyosis vulgaris, which can be mistaken for bad dry skin. Other forms that are more commonly heard of are lamellar and harlequin, which harlequin is the most severe. I also get the question of what type I personally have. I have ichthyosis with confetti, and that is actually all the white spots that you see on like my neck and my chest and on my arms, like everywhere pretty much. They are spots of normal skin. I have, fairly small spots, not the smallest, but there is also some people that have bigger spots that are more like the size of quarters. If we lived for, 200 years, yes, it may take over our entire body. They do grow. When I first started getting them, I only had a few. Now they're covering my body. And then my dad, who also has ichthyosis with confetti, because it is genetic, and Jackson has the same thing, he has more spots than I do. They will kind of group together. So I do have some that appear bigger, but they're individual spots that have just kind of grown together. And they are in the process of trying to figure out what is causing these white spots to happen. They pretty much think that the skin is trying to heal itself and trying to figure out what they can do to recreate that. Is there a cure? There is not a cure. There is only treatments. Some people take retinoids orally or topically. I don't have a lot of thickened skin, so if I were to take a retinoid, it would take off too much skin. And a retinoid is pretty much what you take, like a prescription medicine that you take for acne. But it also helps like turn over skin cells. Pretty much with ichthyosis, your skin grows too fast. Where you shed your skin in X amount of time, I do it about 10 times faster. So my skin is constantly like peeling, whereas somebody with lamellar, their skin is growing, but it's not peeling. So it's just building and building and building on top of each other. I personally so I take a shower, and I don't really have any sensitivity to chemicals or scents or anything like that. So I take a regular shower. Sometimes I do need to take a bath if my skin is hurting or extra dry or something like that. So I will get out of the shower. I don't dry off completely. I do not rub my skin dry. That is not good for anyone. And then I will use Aquaphor on my face. And then I use the thick Eucerin cream all over the rest of my body. Okay, so these are the lotions that I use. This is Aquaphor. A lot of people are familiar with Aquaphor. It's like a thicker Vaseline. Its main ingredient, 41%, is petroleum jelly type of stuff. It also has lanolin, mineral oil, and glycerin in it. It's pretty thick. And I use all the same stuff on Jackson as well. And then this is what I use all over my body. As the Eucerin Original Healing. And it looks like that. It's pretty much the same consistency, maybe a little bit thicker, but not as greasy as the Aquaphor. And this has water, petrolatum, I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but petroleum jelly, mineral oil, Saracen, I don't know, lanolin alcohol. That's pretty much it. This has water in it. Does this have water in it? Okay, Aquaphor does not have water. Eucerin does. Some people with kids with ichthyosis say that this stings. I think it may depend on the type. It doesn't sting me. I didn't use this on Jackson until he was maybe about a month or two old. I just used Aquaphor all over. This cannot be put on skin that has like water droplets on it, or if it's wet, it just slides. You can use this if your skin is wet. If my feet or my hands are really bad, I will put one of these on and then socks or gloves. A lot of lotion and skin buildup and wax buildup happen in the ears. So you have to worry about that. Jackson sees an ENT because I don't feel comfortable cleaning his ears. I clean my own ears, but I don't feel comfortable cleaning his. I do use like a scoop just like on the outside of the opening of his, or the outside of the ear, and then I get just like right where I can see of the inside of his ear canal. I do not stick it in his ear. I do have obviously a dry scalp as well. Like we're dry from head to toe pretty much. There are a few types where it is not covering their whole body. So I have a lot of buildup in my hair, like skin buildup, because I don't put lotion in my hair. So I use a lice comb to kind of lift up the scaling and pull it out. And then, you know, obviously get it out of like the length of my hair as well. Some people with ichthyosis have issues with dry eyes because the eyes are pulled really tight. Mine are a little bit, but not enough to cause dry eyes. So they have to use, I think it's called lacquer lube in their eyes. Some people use, like if their elbows and stuff are really dry, they will put on lotion and then saran wrap to hold the moisture in. I know there's a lot of information, even from Jackson's dermatologist, that says that you need to limit your bathing to like 15 minutes. Don't use excessive heat. Only bathe 3 to 4 times a week. I cannot do that. I try to bathe every day. I have kids now, so that's not always the easiest. I bathe at least every other day. Usually every day. And for me, the longer the shower or the bath, the better. I'm able to start new with my lotions, my skin. The dry skin that I do have that's not dead and falling off, the lotions will not apply to it well if the skin is dry. We have issues with sensitivity to heat. I also have sensitivity to cold, which seems to be common. We are more prone to bacterial and fungal infections, like on our skin, or more susceptible to sunburn. I'm trying to think. We have a lot of calorie and water loss through our skin being like exposed all the time, like the underlayers. So we gotta drink a lot of water. We gotta eat a lot. We're always hungry. Most of us are fairly thin and small. There are some people who genetically are just like 6'5", but you know, I'm only 4'11", and I'm like 115 pounds. It cracks or fissures in their skin, which I do get occasionally. I usually get them from wearing flip-flops, and I'll get them, you know, where like the part that goes between your toe, like I'll get one there. My hands will crack in the winter. I washed my hands earlier and I did not put lotion on, just so I could show you. for this video. And then we usually have hyperlineated palms. What if I move out of the way? That's the side. A lot of the kids that are outside a lot in the heat wear cooling vests, have to drink a lot of water. A lot of us have like misters, which I will use in the summer. I keep Frog Tog cooling towels in the diaper bag for Jackson. I know my limits at this point. I'm 29 years old, and I've kind of built up a tolerance. I do live in South Carolina, so to me, like, 90 is my max. Like anything above 90 degrees, like, I'm struggling. Like, I really need to get like a handicap placard for my car so I can go in and out and not be miserable. If I have to park in the back of the parking lot, by the time I get in the store, my heart is racing, I am extremely hot, and I am very uncomfortable. I do see some people say it's over 70 degrees Fahrenheit and my child overheated, but those are people that live up north. Their body is used to it being 50 or 60 degrees all the time, and when they have a heat wave or whatever, then I fully believe that you can kind of build up your tolerance. Like, I don't think I would ever be comfortable with like 115 like Arizona heat. Because I do live in South Carolina, there is a lot of humidity, which does help the skin stay moist. If you do have ichthyosis and you are looking at moving, I would look somewhere with a high humidity. Not necessarily this hot, because that is also dangerous. If y'all have any more questions, please ask me. If you want to see a video of like our full routine, let me know. If you yourself have ichthyosis and want to correct me or leave any comments about what you do, let me know. Maybe I'll compile those together, and like based on what type, I can make a video for what each type does. Each type is extremely different as far as treatment goes. Also, in each type, each person is different. Like, even me and my dad, who have the same, I mean, you know, we use different things, totally different things. And then with Jackson, you know, he's drooling, he's rubbing his face, so he's constantly rubbing his lotion off. You know, it's all different, even within the same types. A lot of people use a lotion with lactic acid or salicylic acid or one of those. I know amlactin's popular. Neostrata is like a higher concentration of salicylic acid, I believe. But it is kind of pricey. None of my lotions are covered by insurance, but there's Beiersdorf, the company that makes Eucerin and Aquaphor and Nivea products, do have a Aquaphor program, and they will send you a case quarterly, but you have to have your dermatologist pretty much send a prescription over. If you need the number for Beiersdorf to get that set up or ask what they need, please let me know. That is amazing, because this stuff is not cheap. It is about $15 a jar. This takes me a little bit longer to use because, like I said, I only use it on my face. This, by myself, a $15 jar, I can use in about 5 days. So, very expensive. Maybe not, you know, just one jar, but like over time it adds up very quickly. So, let me know if y'all have any more questions. Thank you so much for watching. I am loving this. If y'all want any more ichthyosis videos, please let me know. I did get a request for a makeup tutorial on ichthyosis, so I will do that eventually. I'm a little bit nervous about doing that, just because the types are so different, and what works for me is not necessarily going to work for you, but you ask, you will receive. I will do that eventually. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. Sorry if this video is super long. I've been filming for 18 minutes now. Whenever I cut out all the ums, it should be okay. So bye y'all. Thank y'all for watching.